Hey everyone, welcome back to Make Believe. I'm Calvin Nowell, and y'all, today's episode is history in the making. Y'all, today, if you follow me, you know I've been talking about this person the last couple months and having you to vote for this person. I'm giving it out. Y'all, today on the show, Make Believe's first official guest on Make Believe is none other than runner-up on American Idol. And he's actually my American Idol, so let me get that out there first. None other than Jordan McCullough.
All you need to do is make believe. All you need to do is make believe. When you can't find your way, all you need to do is make believe. In a world of ups and downs, in the shadows where you doubt, can't afford to keep wasting time. All you need to do is make believe.
What's up?
Goodness, what's up? The first guest, that is a huge
You
honor.
are the first.
Lord, that's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. Welcome to Make Believe.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be here. My God, today. We here.
We here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really, really good. I'm not going to lie. I'll be so honest. It's a lot.
Yeah.
All of it's a lot, but it's all really great too. And so I'm just honestly looking at it. This is what it looks like to walk in the promises of God. And I'd rather it be this way forever than to have nothing never. And so I'm grateful. I'm good. I have the love around me. I'm back home. I have my family and my friends, and I'm doing my life is made now. My dream has come true. And so
You just finished recently, just weeks.
yeah.
What does life look like right now? What's the...
Yeah. I'm trying to adjust back to home schedule and routine and just the time zone because I was in LA for some time, and the call times were so early and the nights were so late, and so sleeping in a little bit. I ain't going out, I'm sleeping in a little bit. I'm trying to get a little rest, and then doing a lot of content, doing some interviews, making some music, getting ready to put together some live show experiences that I'm really, really excited about. All this for the first time ever. And so it's a lot of work is happening throughout the week.
What would you say? Because what do you think people are getting wrong about where you are right now? What do you think people probably think? And then what's the actual truth of where you are right now?
Yeah. That's a great question, because I kind of ghosted everybody
Just a little.
just a little bit since the finale, but that's just for me to have my own moment to process, because just as the world is processing, I'm also processing as the individual who has done it. And so, I think a lot of people probably don't know. They really don't know how I'm doing. And so, let me be the first to say I'm doing well.
Yeah.
I'm doing better than okay.
Yeah.
God's got me. And I've seen a lot of things where they're like, man, I bet he's so disappointed and I bet he's so hurt and he's probably processing and whatever. And it's like, none of that has happened. I mean, I haven't gone through a moment of being upset or doubt or anything like that. And I've just been really in a season of gratitude.
That's
over
awesome.
These last few weeks.
Now, for those of you guys watching, what you don't know is I've known Jordan for the last couple of years, and I just want to talk about how first I even came to know you. So for those who are watching, I have a worship collective called Aware Worship, and we had a conference retreat in Nashville, and I brought, worship leaders from around the country. It wasn't Nashville, it was in Nashville, but it was worship leaders from all around the country. I brought everybody in town, and Jordan was a local participant, and he was there, and he registered, and we had some mutual friends, and my mutual friend kind of whispered in my ear like, yo, he can really sing. And I'm like, me, when I find a good singer, y'all, I'm like, come on with it. I want to hear. And she was like, it was Jamia. Jamia was like, Calvin. And I was like, Jamia, can he sing? She's like, Calvin, he can really sing. I said, okay. Well, I got this thing where I say, when we're in music and we want to pass the baton to somebody for like open mic, I call it, would you like to get a plate? Because I feel like God has his buffet and you can just go at it, all you can eat. And so I remember the recording on the song Make a Way. Mark Gutierrez was leading it. I remember asking Jordan, you want to make a play? And it was right after this prophetic moment where Bishop Clay was talking, and he said this was the year of the open door.
Yeah.
And I tried to start coming up with this melody. It's the year of the open door. Mm-hmm. And my voice was kind of leaving me a little bit. So I look over there. I'm like, Jordan, come here. And I passed him that mic. I passed you that mic. Brother, when I tell y'all, when Jordan opened his mouth, now keep in mind, you didn't have in-ears.
No.
He didn't have in-ears. He didn't have a click.
Nothing.
He didn't have anything. But he took this thing from here to there, and everybody was just, we were floored.
Yeah. Oh
and I think when you watch the video, if y'all watch the video, we are screaming. We're like, yeah, come on. Our eyes was like, who are you?
Yeah.
Because everybody that I surround myself, they can really sing.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
But when you took it, I said, I couldn't believe it. So next night, we did another recording. I did the same thing on Child of God. I was like, Jordan, come here. No click, no nothing. He just goes, y'all. He just goes there. And I just was like such a fan of you. And here's why I'm a fan. And I want to know, Jordan, how did you get the level of precision of singing? Because I know a lot of singers.
Yeah.
I can sing.
Yeah.
And what people don't realize, there are levels to singing.
Absolutely.
So tell me about how you got singing. How did you start?
Yeah.
And just some of your influences that led to the precision that I really think that you have.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the foundation for a lot of us as singers, was in the church. And I first remember hearing my grandmother sing and my uncle sing. And I'm like, oh, I like that. Y'all got a little microphone and stuff and a choir stand. Y'all wearing your robes and stuff. I said, I kind of like that. I kind of want to do that. Mm-hmm. And so that's where the first, foundation of music started for me. And then as I grew up and started to hear influences, my number one being Brandy. No question here.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear? Now let me ask, just for clarification, is it just Brandy because she's a good singer, or is she your top?
No, Brandy's my number one. Has had the most influence on me as a singer for sure, 100%.
I got to pause because y'all, if you follow me, you know,
yeah, she's the blueprint.
Y'all, she's the blueprint, and why?
Yeah,
because of her
precision, her tone, the choices, everything. And what's so intricate now, and I'll get back to me, but is even people that maybe don't necessarily love Brandy or her style of music or her singing, whatever, little do they know their artists are influenced by her.
Yes.
And everything truly revolves around her. She changed the game forever.
And so that for you YouTube junkies, if you look on YouTube, Jordan did a cover to Brandy called Have You Ever. It's Brandy's hit song, and we were blessed to be able to back him up on that. But so people, influences like that.
Yeah.
How did you dial it in? I mean, was it just because you sang at church, or did church have good singers? Or
no, not really. It was my family that could sing, and so that was the only influence that I had as far as precision. And that was, we just in an old little country church down the street, and so it wasn't nothing too spectacular. But I would listen to live performances all the time, and the only time that I was able to exercise my gift in singing was at church, and so that was once a week. But throughout the week, I was listening to live performances from Brandy and listening to other singers that I loved, and watching how they would do things live and just practice in my room. And so I just had kind of this bank of things that I was learning and grasping. And everything that I was listening to, I was starting to mimic, and it started to become, part of my natural response when it came to singing. And so I was like, I started to notice it, and I was like, I really like how my tone is here. I'm intentional with that. And I like what I'm doing here. I maybe didn't have the vocabulary for it at the time because I was so young, but I started to pick up on those things, and then it just stuck with me ever since.
Now, do you practice a lot in your home, in your room? Because here's the thing that I want people to know. As incredible of a singer as you are and living in Nashville, y'all, he was not in the the industry as far as the background singers are just known. He wasn't known in Nashville as you need to call Jordan McCullough. Like you were very hidden, but you were born here.
Yeah.
But like, was you just self-taught? You just like in your room just dialing it in, or
I guess that's it. Yeah, God's gift and His grace to do it. I didn't take any lessons. Haven't taken any lessons.
Really?
I haven't had the opportunity to go in different rooms and sing. One, because I was scared of all of that.
Yeah.
But it was just me and my little CDs.
Now, so you've been singing, for a while here in Nashville. Mm-hmm. Then you become a worship leader, the worship director at Zeal Church in Nashville. Mm-hmm. Just briefly, what was that feeling like being from there? And then how did even Idol come about from being there to there?
Absolutely. A few years ago, I felt this pull into ministry to give people a platform to seek the Lord, and through my experiences. And so I'm very, very grateful for that. I started to find some outlets and working in admin throughout the worship team, having my time there. And that was for a few years. And at the same time that I started in full-time ministry, American Idol started reaching out. And I was like, I don't know. I just feel so sure about this leading worship thing. Like my heart is really here. I'm very passionate about it. Started to entertain some conversations with the producers from American Idol. And
now, is this the first time or like
yeah, this is the first time.
The first time they reached out.
The first time they reached out years ago. This is probably like 3-4 year process of them reaching out. And the first time they reached out, I remember it's the same producer. His name is Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. He reached out, slid into the DMs and was like, hey, I see some of your videos, because I was posting a little bit on Instagram, but not much, just a little bit. And he was like, I think you should audition for American Idol. And so I was, I already had kind of an experience of what a competition singing show looked like. I was on The Voice, all that stuff. Really kind of shunned away from it because it hurt me a lot to, my experience through The Voice.
Now pause right there. So, so Idol's reaching out. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
But you decided to go on The Voice.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, but this was before they reached out.
Oh, so you went on The Voice before Idol even reached out.
Yes, yeah. I was a kid. I mean, at 15, I started standing in line in Nashville to audition for The Voice. I tried for years to get an audition on the show.
Okay, and so let me just pause a little bit on this Voice thing.
Yeah.
Because y'all, I don't know if you watched this, but he was on The Voice.
Yep.
And now one of them turned their chair. That blows my mind.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when nobody turned your chair? Like, what did you feel in that moment?
Yeah. Leading up to that, this was 2019 when I was on The Voice. And again, 3, 4, 5 years before that, I'm standing in line each year to audition. I'm bringing my mom out. She's, standing in line with me because I'm not an adult yet. And this was the dream for me. I was like, I love these type of shows. I love this. I already had notes in my mind of what I would do if I was on the show. Mm-hmm. And to have that moment being on the show where I was like, this is it. Like, finally, it's happening. And then none of the chairs turned. And I was like, well, maybe it's not.
So then, one, I just got to pause and say, you judges on that Voice, shame on y'all for not turning around. But did that make you feel defeated? And so when Idol did reach out, was it because of what you experienced on The Voice that you just said no to Idol initially?
Absolutely. It was exactly that. And I think I was more defeated based off of what people wanted for me within that experience. I was actually okay with the outcome of The Voice. I was okay. As soon as I got off the stage, I was so happy because I was like, I've never done anything like that before. I've only ever sang in church. And so I was like, I'm so proud of myself. Like, that was really, really cool. It was the perception of everyone around me being like, you deserved better. You should have had this. You should have had that. And I think that hurt me more because I let that get into my mind. And then so when American Idol rolled around, I was like, oh, no, I know how this goes. I'm not setting myself up to do that again.
So how many times did American Idol actually reach out?
Yeah, for about 3 seasons consecutively, Kyle reached out. Yeah, I mean, I have his personal phone number. He would reach out. He was like, it's that time again. What are you thinking? And I'm like, no, Kyle, I'm not doing it.
So what happened between the no and the yes? Like, what shifted? What made you say, all right, I'll do it?
Yeah, there was a moment right before this season where we're going through the same process with Kyle. And I was like, okay, I'll try. I'll do a couple Zoom auditions with you guys, see how it goes. I'm doing the auditions. I'm only singing gospel music.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where they were like, can you sing anything other than gospel? And immediately I was like, no, I'm not doing it. If I can't sing what I want to sing, I'm not doing it. And so then this season rolls around, season that I'm on now, or was on 2026, they reach out again and they're like, you sing whatever you want to sing. And little did they know, I've kind of matured in myself and learned more of who I am. And I was like, okay, cool. So they probably were expecting me to come in and sing just gospel. Now at the time I'm still worship leader. Yeah. And so I come in, doing it. And I had this moment where I was talking to Kyle, and I was like, man, Kyle, you are so persistent. I'm going to give you, this is the last time.
Really?
I literally remember being on the phone with him being like, Kyle, this is the last time. If I say no after this, please don't reach out anymore.
Yeah.
In a graceful way. But I was like, you know what? I don't have anything to lose. I really don't.
Yeah.
This has been a dream that has stirred inside of me and it wouldn't let me go. And so I guess God wouldn't let you let it go either.
Now, I got to say this, because this was happening in real time when we were around each other. And so what y'all don't know is because he loves Brandy, I love Brandy. And I was trying to give a gift to all people that are in Aware Worship that sang on the project. Mm-hmm. And I had all these tickets to Brandy's concert.
Opening night.
Because I was like, I'm not going to miss this. I'm not going to let y'all talk about this on the internet. I'm going to be there in Cincinnati, and I'm going to go to Cincinnati, my former hometown. I'm going there to be a part. And I was like, who else needs to go? I was like, but I only want people to go that love Brandy. Right. And if you don't love Brandy, I'm not going to the concert with you because you're not going to get it. So I had Jordan go. And then we're driving. We went to the concert. That's amazing. That's for a whole nother episode. It was amazing, life-changing. But then Jordan kept saying, hey, Cal, I got to get back in the morning. And I was like, well, what time? He was like, we got to leave early because I got an interview. And he just said an interview or a meeting. No, you said a meeting.
Yeah.
At like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, man, if you drive, then, because I can't get up that early. We got in late.
Yep.
We drove back all the way to Nashville, and guess what the meeting was, y'all? The meeting that he had was your first audition for that season.
That was me getting on the call with all the executive producers to talk to them. Not even really to sing. It was just, we know who you are. Please just hear us out. And even then, in that moment, I was kind of still afraid to tell you what I was doing because it was like letting people in for maybe the disappointment. Like I was just like, let me not even mention it just in case.
He didn't mention it, y'all. He didn't say a word. Yeah. I just thought like it's a church meeting or something. And then come to find out, he'd be like, remember when we went to see Brandy? The meeting I had was to decide if I was going to do American Idol. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah. And
my gosh.
Everything was so fast from there. That was a Friday when we came back.
Yeah.
And my audition was Tuesday in front of the judges for the show.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
And then what we saw on the show, you did Goodness of God.
Yeah.
And did we miss anything happen when we saw that may have happened that we didn't see on TV?
Yeah. Not necessarily. I mean, I think just being in the experience, I still kind of had a guard up. I was very much guarded going into it. It was cool making it that far into the experience. I was like, okay, here we go again. I kind of had a little maybe of a trauma response because I made it to the first round of auditions before on live TV. I know what that looks like. I know what that feels like. And so, but this time I promised to myself that I was just going to go in with no idea of trying to impress people. Yeah. Just get up there and do what you do. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, that doesn't mean you're not a bad singer.
Yeah.
And so I walked in, I remember seeing all the people and I'm hearing people because they're warming up singing. And I was like, no, y'all got to get me up out of here because them folks is in here singing. What y'all want me to do with that?
So
no, I'm not doing
that way.
No, I'm not doing that. And so, I mean, I'm texting Kyle. I'm like, I don't know, Kyle, did I do the right song? Like, should I not do Goodness of God? Should I do Goodness of God? And he was like, just go, just do it. And yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Before we really dive into the Idol journey.
Yeah.
Who believed in you before you believed in yourself? Because I love to ask people, because this is make-believe.
Yeah.
But who really was a person that believed in you that you kind of, man, I'm leaned on them. Who was that?
Yeah.
If anybody.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I definitely have you to thank for just your belief in me as a person.
Are you serious?
No, for sure. Like wholeheartedly. Because I mean, even back to the retreat that I came to, I mean, I knew who you were. Jamia spoke very highly of you and I knew the context of who you were as a person through what I've seen online. And just your risk that you were willing to take on me helped me grow in those moments. And so just being around you helped. And so definitely have you to thank for that.
So you weren't supposed to say that on
no,
the
I'm
show.
for real. I'm so for real.
Why are you trying to, don't do me like that on my first episode of my guest. That'd be all emotional.
I'm so for real.
Wow.
So
man,
just the exposure of being around you. I don't even think there was an intention there. And I definitely know there was no motive because you didn't know who I was.
Right.
But just your generosity with your exposure is what helped lead me to where I am for sure today. I wholeheartedly believe that. So you, and then honestly, Cal, for real, God keeping this thing in my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously my family believes in me and my friends, they love me, but there was no one really that was like, you should do this. You should be an artist. You should do this. It's like whatever you want to do, that's what you want to do. If you like it, I love it.
So wait. So when Bishop Clay really got into this, this is the year of the open door.
Yeah.
Was that really kind of hitting you like, this is our season to walk in? There's an open door.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we felt like we're not trying to be too deep, but there was just something in our prayer and our singing that we just felt.
Yeah.
Guys, we gotta walk in this. We can't be afraid. Now, were you there the first night of the retreat when we went to Mama Mila's?
No, I wasn't because I was scared to show up.
See,
I was. That's a real story. And I'm so mad because I heard the food was really good.
The food was amazing.
But I remember texting Jimmy and I was like, Jimmy, I can't do it. I'm scared. I know these are some legends about to be here.
And here's what's crazy is the guy Chance that spoke. He said, "Stop dumbing yourself down." He said, "Stop." He said, "You got to stop because you guys are playing it safe. You guys can sing. We're like the humble group of people.
Yeah,
so
I know.
it's not the thing to be like, oh, not at all. I got this, And we were really. That's kind of why this whole podcast is. Because I always say this, you don't get what you want just because you want it. Right. You get what you believe is possible.
Absolutely.
And for me in my journey, there had to come a point where I had to just bet on myself and say, you know what? I don't care if no one else say nothing to me about it. I don't care what my look like. I don't care what I look like.
Yeah.
I just believe in myself. And I remember at that retreat, that was what I was trying to just instill and say, bet on yourself. And so you decided to apparently bet on Jordan. You walk into the audition. You get the golden ticket. At that particular point, what was going through your mind? You're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to do this? Or is it still like you still?
Yeah, no. From that moment, once I got the golden ticket, I was ready to go home. I was like, I done got what I came here for. Because I didn't get a yes when I was on The Voice. I got a yes. I got 3 yeses. Oh, I'm good. Y'all can have it. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
And I got to tell y'all this. This is not, because sometimes when people hear a good singer, they think that they're in false humility. No, y'all, literally, Jordan expectation of the show was not to be, he was not talking like, oh, Cal, I'm going to the finals and I'm going to be the runner-up or I'm going to win. It was not that. He did not have that kind of talk in his brain. But I will tell you, though, you're very, very focused.
Yeah.
And I love, and you some people may call it strategic,
sure,
but like you're so dialed in.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to you after you announced that you were on the show.
Yep.
And I was like, so what's the plan? And you were just like, I think I figured out. You didn't, you kept a lot of things private because of, I guess, contractually and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I started to notice he's dialed in.
Yeah.
Like, and then so if I talk to you after a show or something, I'm like, it felt like you kept going, getting better every single week. Wow. So I would almost say your lowest performance was probably the audition.
Yeah.
Because every performance just kept elevating. Now, I have to ask, when you're out there, how are you picking your songs? How do you know?
Yeah.
Because everything you did, I mean, like, I'm just saying this. I would say this if you weren't here.
Yeah.
You're probably the only Idol contestant that I've seen in the history that has like a perfect batting average. Of like, there was nothing that anybody said. Yeah. Like there was not one, next week, that's I think wild. If you just do this, but you kept dialing this in. So when you're back at your hotel, what's going on in that brain of yours where you're just like, I'm gonna do this? And how did you do that?
I mean, again, with the entire experience. One, I've loved the show. I've watched the show. I know what could happen. This has always been a dream. Truly. And so I had already put myself in that situation of like, if I was on the show, this is what I would do, or this is how I would do it. This is the song that I would sing. And so I literally felt like little Jordan was having this moment to be like, you thought of this already, remember? And so it was just like, it's time to execute. And so I remember very clearly when I first did it, I got the golden ticket. And I think it was when I made it to the Hawaii round. So we, gone through a couple rounds. And I remember the Lord just being like, this is exactly what I need you to do in this moment. Don't worry about anything else, but steward and honor it well. Steward and honor it well. And so I was like, okay, well, whatever that means, I'll do my best.
Yeah.
And so I really think, again, the strategy, the focus, the grace, and all of it came through him to do it. And so the songs that I picked, I mean, it was to a T. I knew exactly which song I wanted to do. They would each week they would be like, give us your 3 songs that you want to sing for this round. And I would send one song in because I knew this is the song I wanted to do. There's no other options.
Like Grandma's Hands.
Like Grandma's Hands. I knew I wanted to do that song. I wanted to dedicate that song to my family. And
my God.
I knew it was going to be what it was going to be.
And in that particular episode, that's where you got the platinum ticket. And the platinum ticket, for those watching, all the Idol contestants voted who they think was, I guess...
Yeah, the best of the night.
The best of the night, and they all picked Jordan. Well, the most majority picked Jordan.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Yeah, that for me was the moment where I was like, people see me differently than I see myself because I'm still in that moment very insecure. I'm looking at the lineup of all the singers that are here. And I'm just like, they think that of me? Like, that's wild. And so that was the first time in my life where I remember seeing other people be like, for how I saw myself, rather. These people see me differently. There is a reason why I'm here.
I want to jump back in on this, but let's take a quick break and let's just dive in a little bit more into this Idol experience and everything. So we'll be right back. Hey, real quick, I want to take a second and talk to you directly. If what we've been talking about today is resonating with you, then I want you to know that this is just the beginning. Make Believe isn't just a podcast episode that you stumbled across. It's actually a series, 10 episodes in this exact artist series. And guess what? We're going deeper every single week. We're going to talk about how to build your audience, how to go viral, how to build your team, how to handle rejection, how to create the career that you've always wanted, or you were waiting for someone to give you permission. So if this is speaking to you, I really need you to do me a favor. Hit subscribe right now. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you're listening. And if you know somebody who needs to hear this, a musician, worship leader, or another creative entrepreneur who's been waiting for their moment, share this episode with them today. The community that we're building here, it really matters, y'all. And I want you to be a part. I'm Calvin Nowell. This is Make Believe. Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back. We're going to keep it moving, y'all. We keep it moving. We're going to go right back to what we're talking about. So you get this platinum ticket. What was the hardest part that nobody saw?
Yeah.
So you got all these things, people celebrating you. Yeah. I'm sure it's overwhelming. Yeah. Did that create like a high expectation at that point?
Absolutely. I mean, that was such a huge honor to receive that from people that I absolutely looked up to. I mean, this is a singing competition. We're all here. There can only be one at the end, right?
Yeah.
And all of them voted for me to have this honor. And so I took that with great pride and I did not hold it lightly. And little sidebar here, gratefully that I knew Kendall, who also received a platinum ticket. We were great friends before the show happened.
Wow. So before the show, you knew
Before
Kendall.
the show, we actually met on our season of The Voice.
No way.
Yeah, we auditioned.
Was she the only one you knew before the show?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew of the other people, some of them. But yeah, so just having that with her, being able to share that experience with her was really, really cool. But it definitely gave a lot of pressure to the next performance. And, also I wanted to make sure that they didn't make the wrong decision. I wanted to prove to, the other hopefuls in this situation that they didn't make the wrong decision.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, after that round, then I think when was the part that we got to the voting part?
That was the last. So right after that, in Hawaii, the last episode in Hawaii.
So right after that, we got to the voting part. So people voted you in first, and you did well, and then you made it to the part where we vote.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about this because a lot of people don't realize that this year the voting changed.
Yes, it did.
Than how it used to be,
Yeah.
and so they started to incorporate social media.
Yeah.
Did that actually make it a little more overwhelming and scary? Because when you started, you only had
Right.
what 8,000 followers,
Something like that, yeah.
something around 7,000-8,000.
Yeah.
And did that play into like fear of like, oh my gosh? 'Cause you can look at other people's stuff on social.
And I did. I mean, I had every device in my home lined up, and I was looking at everyone's follow count. And I was like, oh, let me move my phone. They got more to me. Okay, let me move it down. They got more to me. And so I'm way down on the other end.
Yeah,
and I'm
you
like,
low
well,
on the
shoot,
end.
this is a social media thing now. I don't know what's going to happen. And so, yeah, that definitely played a big part in it.
Because let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
Hannah killed her audition.
Oh, my gosh. The
And
best.
she seems like the sweetest person.
She is. That's my girl for real.
Yeah, she really seems like a really nice person.
Yeah.
But she killed that audition so bad.
Oh, yeah.
With America. I think they said she had over like 100 million
Absolutely.
views.
Yeah.
And I'll just be honest with you. Just because I'm dialed into these things,
Yeah.
I kind of already said, I said she won.
Oh yeah, for that absolutely. It didn't matter if she got on stage and just spit on the ground. She won from that moment.
She won.
She won me over in that
She
moment.
won.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, did that make it more nervous, make you more nervous because of the social element? Because you can say, well, they got more.
Yeah.
And I think I could tell that you were never really confident, like, oh, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Just really because of the social element.
Yeah. No, I don't think I was ever scared in it because, again, we pre-taped the first few episodes. Mm-hmm. And so the first round in Hawaii, when I sang Grandma's Hands, that was the first time that all of us got to hear each other live in the moment.
Wow.
And so I'm hearing all these people. I'm hearing Hannah, and I'm hearing Keela, and I'm hearing all these people, and I'm like, oh, these people can sing.
Yeah.
And so I'm becoming fans of them in this moment. And so then once the show starts airing, it's just matching exactly what I had already predicted. But it did help me to, again, start focusing more on, okay, Jordan, you're not going to win these people over here.
Yeah.
They love Hannah too bad.
Yeah.
You're not going to win these people. And so I got to do what I have to do on my end. And so it helped me to refocus and realign.
Right.
But I don't think I was ever afraid because I too was huge fans of them.
So when you started doing these performances, what was like your favorite performance and why?
On the whole season?
Yeah, on the whole season, or we can just talk about some of the performances and what went into them.
Yeah, I mean, hands down, Idol history, iconic moment of it all. My duet with Elliot, A Song for You.
Bruh. Can we say, turn to your neighbor and say, bruh. First of all, he cold with it.
Oh, he cold.
He cold. He can sing.
The lake is frozen. He cold.
The lake,
Yeah.
The lake is frozen. When they announced that you sing with Elliot, I was like,
Yeah.
I knew from the beginning, I was like, this going to be must-see TV. It's almost like people kept saying, like, it felt like it was a Grammy-winning performance. It felt like we were watching the Grammys and you and Elliot.
Yeah.
What made it so good? Was it the song choice or was it just the freedom? Or
I think it was the freedom for sure. Everything happened for a reason. It was so divine. I mean, because I was a huge fan of Elliot before he even was announced that he was coming, and the song in itself is very iconic. Just what I knew we were able to bring to the song, but that performance specifically for me was the first time that I watched and was like, oh, that's the artist, Jordan McCullough. Yes. From the whole season, I was like, that's the artist.
Yes.
And I, in that moment, was like, oh, there it is.
That was it. I mean, that was like, when I heard it was a Donny Hathaway song you're singing, I'm like, with Elliot, I was like, I was watching it right here, and I was like, y'all don't play with me. I was screaming at my TV, because, brother, you murdered it. Now, I got to throw this in there, because Elliot is cold. And Elliot was, and his job is to serve you as the contestant.
Sure.
But y'all singing, and it wasn't like a battle. Y'all were were dancing together. It was perfect pair. But right at that end, you had to I said Jordan had to put that last little run. And I said, Jordan, you just felt like I'm taking off all the limitations.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to, and I want to talk about that because, people don't realize it's like when you're a worship leader, there's a lot that you can't do.
Absolutely.
When you sing,
Absolutely.
and if you're doing that week after week after week, you're strengthening the muscle of being in front of people.
Yeah.
But you're really kind of playing it safe because you can't distract people with all the runs and all the different things.
Yes.
But did you feel like with this show that you got to discover almost the totality of your voice of
100.
like, dang, I could do false, I could do, was that true for you?
Absolutely. It's absolutely that. It is exactly that. And with that performance specifically, I truly felt like Elliot gave me the permission to go. And so I remember coming in when they first told me, I was like, oh, I'm about to honor this moment. I'm gonna take it and soak it all up. And because I was a huge fan of Elliot, and even in the rehearsals, I would just throw ideas out there, and he would be like, "No, you do this. Go do this." And then now Elliot gonna make you sing.
Yeah, he gonna make you sing.
Because when he came out after I done my little opening verse, that man came out and sang down. I said, "Okay, Elliot, don't leave me now. Don't leave me."
Yeah.
And so he gonna make you sing, but I really feel like he gave me the permission to be free in that moment. Yeah.
Now, which song would you say is the hardest song for you to do, or wasn't in your style, or which one was the hardest?
I think the most challenging and growing opportunities that I had with the songs, two of them come to mind. Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey, and then Somebody to Love by Queen.
Now let's talk about Always Be My Baby, because you didn't get to pick that, right?
Correct.
That was when the judges picked that one. And why did you feel like that one was hard?
Yeah. Because it was the moment where you take a risk, right? You can do what was natural for you to do, which I would have sung Go Rest High, because that was a song that I loved. It felt more me. But Hannah had already sang that in Hawaii. And so I wanted to honor Hannah by not doing that song because I just not that person. And so I went with Always Be My Baby because it was like, oh, this is a challenge. We can see what happens here. And I was like, it's a risk. We're going to see if they like it, or we're going to see if they don't.
Yeah, and I remember you were nervous.
Absolutely.
You were very nervous. You were just like, oh, my gosh, here we go.
Yeah.
And so you did really well. Once again, there was no negative feedback. And then you had to do the Rock Week, which right you did, after. The Queen's Somebody to Love. What was that like in even trying to pick that song?
Yeah, I think that was for out of the whole week, or all the weeks that I was there, that was the week where I was like, uh-oh, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I picked so many songs. I mean, even the guest mentors that we had that week. I can give you a little exclusive.
Yes, give it to us.
Let's talk about it.
You heard it here. Come on, exclusive.
So we're picking through the songs. We knew that Pat Benatar was going to be a mentor with Neil, and I picked "Hit Me With Your Best Shot," one of her most iconic songs.
Hit me with your best shot.
Yes, and so I'm doing some research. We came up with the arrangement already. Send it to the band. Like, it was about to be so nasty. And I get back to my hotel and I'm doing more research on the song, and I'm like, wait, when's the last time she sang it? Like, let me go find it. And I found out that she actually doesn't sing the song anymore. Like, she has refused to sing the song.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, why is that?
Yeah.
And so out of her, she wanted to honor just the moment of what the song, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. She decided not to sing it anymore, ultimately because of, to honor those who have been affected by mass shootings.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, wow. So there's some, integrity here, and her character is showing in this. And so I immediately called the team and was like, hey, are you okay is it actually okay that I can do this song? Should we ask? Because the last thing I want to do is offend her. And so they reached out and they were like, actually, thank you for asking. Thank you for bringing this up. It kind of brought some respect to who I was as an artist to be able to go that far in research.
Wow.
And they were like, please don't do that song.
Now, see, I got to just pause and say something. There's a producer in you. Like, you're producing, like, you're picking things where they're like, wow, thank you, Jordan. Like, thank you for saying that. Did you find yourself like producing in your head, thinking like not trying to, but but did you see it as a result of like the way you think?
Yeah, I think I saw it as a result of trusting my character. Because the show is amazing. The people behind the scenes, all that, they're amazing. But just what the show can do as far as like the pressure of society will tell you what to do. I'm like, do you make up a story? Do you make up this? Do you do this? Do you do that? And in that moment, it was like, no, trust your character. Your character says to do research. Your character says ask for permission. And now they honor that more and respect your character because of that. And so it pushed me out, and I'm scrambling because, we're about to do the show. I'm having to change a whole another song. We've spent our whole hour session of vocal coaching to just find a song. And I'm like, no, this song isn't it. And by this point, everyone else has already picked the hit rock songs.
Wow.
And so I'm like, yo, what am I going to sing? And Felicia Barton, my vocal coach, shout out to her.
She's amazing.
She's like, okay, what if we do Somebody to Love by Queen? And I was like, what? I ain't never heard that song. Play it. And she played it, and I said, no,
so you never heard the song?
I never heard the song before a day in my life.
You weren't even familiar with the song?
No.
See, that's the stuff I'm talking about. That's such a hard song.
Yeah.
And I think that it was that song where it shifted.
Exactly that. And that was the one where, because, up until this moment, I knew what song I was going to sing. I knew why I wanted to sing it. This was the time where I didn't know anything. I just had to trust myself and trust my team. And they brought this song. We came up with this really cool arrangement. And I was like, oh, my goodness. The night that I performed Somebody to Love by Queen, I was like, oh, he's here.
That was the one where you was throwing your glasses.
I don't throw my glasses. It was these glasses right here. Shout out to the person that sent me these.
Yeah, thank you for sending them back.
These are my favorite glasses.
Yeah.
And in the moment, it was just, I locked into something that I didn't even know was there.
Wow.
And I look back now and watch that performance, and I'm like, who is that?
Who is that?
But also, I know that it's there, and I'm capable of doing it. And so if I want to do that, I can. And I didn't know that. And so, yeah.
And that was the one where it just started to shift. Like, people was like, you know what? Y'all gonna stop. We gonna stop trying to act like Jordan ain't here to win.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really saw, and people will say all the time, don't look in the comments. I looked in the comments.
Yeah.
I can take it. I can handle it.
Yeah.
Now, gratefully, I didn't really receive a lot of, negative things throughout the season, but that particular performance, people were like, I never paid attention to Jordan, but now I am.
Yeah.
And I was like, it took this song that I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I just sang it how I heard it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I wasn't paying attention, but now I am. And I said, oh, okay.
Well, one of the things that I love about you is the way that you interpret all the genres.
Wow.
You were able to sing every genre so great. And it just made me feel like, man, I could hear Jordan do country.
Yeah.
I could hear Jordan do pop. I could hear him do worship.
Yeah.
I could see Jordan doing soul.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like, oh, this is a gospel singer singing soul. It was like, that sounds really great. Like your choices and everything was really good. And I was really dialed in. I'm like, okay, he here to stay. And then I think that week after that was like Disney week.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was the week that was my that was my first time, y'all, being out in LA at American Idol show. And the song that you did was the Pocahontas.
Colors of the Wind, yeah.
Now, I ain't never heard the song. That just might show my age. But I never heard the song. And that's when I was like, in my head, I was like,
yeah,
I don't know. Is that a good song? I didn't tell you that, but in my mind, I was like, is that a good song?
Yeah.
Brother, when you sang that song, I just remember telling myself, like, he got this. He don't need your help.
Yeah.
He got this. And I just remember being like, bro, whatever you pick, I just knew you had the instincts. It was so emotional. And then that was when they showed your younger brothers.
Yeah.
And you were dedicated it to your younger brothers because I guess your youngest brother, is he like goes to school like my brother's on American?
And he's so proud to tell them. Yeah. They actually, I just got it in the mail. They sent me a book of all of them like watching the show all season, and
wow,
it's the most precious thing ever.
Wow. And so he goes to school with his chest out.
He sure does. He sure does.
And he should. That's awesome. And so, all right. So now I'm just fast forwarding.
Yeah.
So you get through the journey.
Yeah.
You're going through the journey, and then it comes to the point of being in the top 3. Because that was like a moment.
Yeah.
I had already said. Now that's just me. I said from your audition. I wrote that in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Insert clip.
I said top 3. I documented that. Top 3. And I said, don't play with me, Idol.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. Y'all don't play with me. This is top 3. I was speaking that. I was manifesting. But to get to the top 3, because of all the social elements, because you can kind of tell who's doing well and doing what.
Sure.
Were you nervous going into that top 3? It felt like the finale.
Yeah.
It felt like the finale when they announced the top 3. Did you really think? Did you feel like you were going to get the top 3?
No. No,
and why?
not at all. I mean, the entire season, every week when Ryan would say my name, that I was safe and on to the next round, it felt like I had won the show.
Yeah.
Because, again, you have to remember, I came into this with nothing.
Yeah.
No expectation, no hope for it. I was just like, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And so every week was just, I was gaining.
Yeah.
And so top 5 to top 3, I remember that episode, that show, I was so nervous. That whole week leading up to it, that was the first time that I was like waking up in sweats. I was having like mini panic attacks.
No way.
Oh, for sure. I was so nervous. But then I had this moment where it was like, Jordan, you're so nervous because you care.
Yeah.
You actually want this.
And I got to say this because when I came out to LA, that's when I started to figure out like you like to encourage everybody that was on the team.
Yeah.
Now I got to be transparent. I was the one saying, Jordan, stop helping everybody. You always helping everybody.
Yeah.
Like, stop. Because they taking that and they winning. Because I was here on the show.
Yeah.
Daniel be like, Jordan, help me pick this song. And then I just see you always doing your live chats. You were just encouraging everybody.
Yeah.
I love that about you. Don't change a thing. But I had to put that on the altar today. Because I was like, Jordan, be selfish. Stop. And even after Hannah won, she just made the wonderful, best compliment about you of just how you were like her therapist and she would come to you week after week and you would encourage her. Now that's pretty rare. What makes you want to celebrate others? Because it takes a real security in yourself, especially in a competition to help other people.
Yeah. I don't know. This Calvin Farrell felt like the most grace-filled thing. God's hand was all over this thing. And yes, I thought of everything. Yes, I had moments of fear. Yes, I had moments of doubt and worry and all those things. But I'm in this room, in this space, basically living this part of my life with these people. And my goal was to just love them well. It didn't matter if I never saw them again or if they were about to be eliminated or if I was about to be eliminated. It didn't matter. It was just have fun in the moment. This is they're part of my history now. 50 years from now, I'm going to think of that. And so I just wanted to make sure that I loved people well, regardless of the outcome of the show. And
you always, I got to say this, you always spoke well of everybody that was on the show. And I be trying to get the details. I mean, I'm putting myself out there. I'm the one like, nah, but what about such and such? He be like, man, you know what? They're a really great person. And I'd be like, well, what about them? I'm like, man, I love them. That's my boy. That's my girl, And so you just always, and I really learned from that, to be honest, because it takes a real security in who you are to celebrate other people. And that's the one thing I hate about the music industry is that there's so much insecurity and everybody's so territorial that people don't think that there's enough room for all of us.
Right.
And there really is. I keep preaching, there's enough room for all of us. Like, I don't get intimidated by your singing. I'm like, I want somebody to be around me and to crush. But do you feel like people, and not just a specific instance, but do you feel like, because you do sing well, whether you believe it or not, you sing well.
Thank you.
Do you feel like it's sometimes hard for people to, maybe want to duet with you or do something because of the level that you perform at? Have you ever had that?
I'm sure that is a possibility. I don't really know. Again, Idol is the first thing that I really done on this type of scale outside of leading worship. And so,
because the church is like, we singing for God anyway, so it don't matter how good you sing. I ain't singing to you no way.
Exactly. And so I'm sure there's a little bit of that, but I mean, I guess if people really knew, it's like, I'm over here shaking in my boots. I'm scared to be singing with you too.
Yeah, but the good thing is though, I love shout out to the producers, because y'all did a good job at pairing Jordan with the right kind of people. Yeah. Now you put down your top 3 singers. Yeah. Tell us about how you went into the show before they picked who you sang with.
Yes, yeah. So even before the audition happened, they sent us like a questionnaire, almost like an application to apply for this job.
Okay.
And there was a question on there that said, name your top 3 artists that you would do a dream collab with on the show in the finale. And so, number 1, Brandy, of course. Tori Kelly was on there, and Chris Young was on there. Now, surprisingly enough, Chris Young is a country singer. I love country music.
Really?
Like, down bad.
Are you serious?
Oh, I love country bad. And so, me and Chris Young, like, I've never met him. He don't know who I am. But we went to the same high school, grew up in the same area. I love his music, all this stuff. So I was like, people would not expect that, but I'm going to use this opportunity to shoot, get what I want, I guess.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Brandy, Tori Kelly, and Chris Young were on the list.
Yeah, and I was, and you know me, I'm rooting for Brandy. Brandy, if you're watching this, we love you. That's all I'm gonna say. We love you.
Yeah.
But they wind up selecting Tori Kelly for you to sing.
Oh.
What was that like? What is Tori? I mean, I met her before, but not in the singing. And not like you did, but like, what was it like singing with Tori Kelly? Just even in the rehearsal, because she's one of those top tier precision singers.
Yes,
like you're not gonna come for Tori Kelly and think you gonna.
No, you're not catching her slipping.
You're not catching her slipping.
Not at all. I'm just so giddy thinking about it now because I cannot believe that I got to be in the same room with Tori Kelly, sing with Tori Kelly, watch her rehearse all this stuff. Crazy. I remember, this is a funny story. They were walking me from like an ENG thing that I was doing on the show.
What's ENG?
Like filming for my package that you would see before I performed.
Okay.
And they were like, we're going to walk you to do your rehearsal with Tori Kelly. And I said, okay, this is no camera rehearsal. You just go in there with the keyboard and you're rehearsing your song, no cameras. And they're like, Daniel's going to be in there, and you're gonna go rehearsal Tori Kelly. And so I'm laughing, giggling, trying to get myself together because I'm expecting when I walk into the room, Tori Kelly's going to be there. Get to the room, Tori Kelly's not in there. And I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe she'll be here in just a second. And someone walks in with a walkie and they're like, all right, Tori's walking. She'll be here in 5. And I said, oh my gosh. I was like, wait, should I get out of the room? Do I need to do something? Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I remember, I'm laughing because I still can't believe it. I remember looking at Justin, the guy that was playing my keyboard, playing keys for me. He's a great arranger. Love Justin. And he's like, Jordan, you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. It's going to be okay. Daniel's looking at me. Daniel really didn't know who Tori Kelly was. He loves her now.
Yeah.
But they're like, all right, Tori's coming in. She'll be here in 2. And I was like, okay, you have to tell me when she's at the door. And like, tell me for real. Don't play with me. Yes. They don't tell me.
Yeah.
I hear her voice. She's talking. And I literally almost jump out the window. I said, I can't take this.
Yeah.
So Tori walks in. I turn around and look at the door, like at the wall.
You're not even looking at her.
Not looking at her.
You couldn't look at her.
No, I have to show you this video. They took the whole video of everything. And I'm like, I can't even look at her. She walks in and she's like, why is he looking the other way? And I'm cracking up laughing because I'm like, girl, you Tori Kelly, quit playing with me. I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah.
And it just, man, it felt like such a full circle moment to be in that. Like, who am I to be in this room with you? That's crazy.
What was it like rehearsing? Like when y'all were going through the song, did
Calvin,
she say anything?
You would have thought she was a stand-up comedian because I was laughing so hard.
Really?
Watching her sing with the most effortless ease. Jesus. And she's doing every note that there is. She's doing 15 notes and ain't even that many notes. She's doing everything that you can think of. So precise.
A+.
She's hitting it every single time.
Yeah.
And it's like, and she's like, I'm like, what is happening?
Like, what is that?
And she's like, oh, maybe not. I'll do something else different. And like, I'm like,
maybe.
And then it comes time for us to start doing our harmonies and stuff together. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, I cannot sing in front of this girl. I just can't do it. It's me, Tori Kelly, and Daniel. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I could put my hand on her shoulder. And so again, I'm not looking at her. I just can't.
Yeah,
I cannot look at her. I've looked at her on the screen on my phone for years.
Yeah.
And I just can't. She's so sweet. But it comes time for us to start doing harmonies, and I'm like, and they're like, Jordan, I need you to sing your harmony so we can hear the blend and get it together.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I was like, yo, I'm sorry. Y'all might have to pre-record or something. I don't know what to tell you. Let me do it in a different time. But
what was her feedback to you when y'all were practicing?
She noticed that I was just overwhelmed.
Holding back.
Yeah. And she like took a moment as, you know, because she's a mom now, so she probably had this sense of like, let me just nurture the moment. But she took a moment to just be like, just let's talk. Let's have a conversation. You're good. We'll figure it out when we get on stage. Like, just super easy to work with.
Wow.
All that stuff. When we get on stage to actually do the rehearsal with the mics and stuff, we're singing it, going through. I've stopped laughing at this point.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy to me. And I turn to her and I'm like, hey, Tori, like, how's it going? Do you think, you hear anything that you maybe want to change, or is there anything that you don't like? And she was like, no, I think you could do more. And I was
more?
Like, I said, Tori Kelly, what you mean more?
Yeah.
You doing everything. I'm here to shoe up behind you.
Yeah.
And she was like, do more. And so we did another take, and I did a little more. I did a few runs here and a couple of things, and she starts laughing in the middle of our rehearsal.
No.
And she was like, now you got me laughing. And I was like,
Because you probably turned it on, and she was like, this fool right here be talking all this. And he cold.
That was the biggest
That's
compliment.
awesome.
She didn't have to say nothing. She started laughing. I knew exactly why she was laughing because I was doing it to her.
Dude.
And so it was just, I love her so much. She is the best person. She has the best heart and can sing like no other singer, and to have the heart that she does, it makes so much sense.
Well, before I go to a break, by the time this episode airs, you're actually singing at the Grand Ole Opry. I just got to put that out there. And who else is on the ticket?
Yeah, I'll be singing at the Grand Ole Opry, making my debut. But Tori Kelly will also be singing on the same night, as well as Chris Young.
That's make-believe. That's how you manifest. Y'all, we are going to come back after this commercial, and we're going to talk about the financial. We're going to talk about come on, financial. We're going to talk about the finale at American Idol and Jordan's future, what he's doing, and what's next. We'll be right back. I want to tell you something that's really, really close to my heart. About a couple of years ago, I started something called the Aware Worship. It's a collective. It's a cross-cultural, multi-generation worship community. It's full of different ages, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. We're all coming together around one thing, and that's genuine worship. Now, you may have already heard us before. Our cover of Trust in God, probably right about now, has reached nearly 90 million views on YouTube. And it's not because we are trying to go viral, but it's because we felt something real. And the people felt something real when they actually heard the song. So if you're someone who uses worship music as a part of your daily devotional practice, your morning routine, or your prayer time, then I want you to invite you to Aware Worship's YouTube channel. All you got to do is search Aware Worship and hit subscribe. Now, we release music that's meant to serve you. We're not here to perform for you, just to meet you where you are and create a space for you to connect with God. So go subscribe. And if a song moves you, please share it with someone who needs it. All right, y'all, welcome back. I'm here with my buddy, Jordan McCullough, and we were talking about his whole Idol journey. We're going to jump into the finale.
Yeah.
So you're in the top 3. Mm-hmm. I get to go to LA. I'm there, and it was just an amazing night. What did you think? Did you think that you were going to be in the top 2, or did you think you were going home at number 3?
For real, honestly, wholeheartedly, the day of the finale, I didn't know what was going to happen, and I really didn't care. I was going to have a ball.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to have a good time. I'd have made it. I from the start to the finish, I made it. I don't care what happens.
So did they have to go through all of your songs just in case? Like, if if you lost, you wouldn't get to do all of them.
Correct, yeah.
But if you got to the top 2, you would get to do all.
All except the winning song.
All except the winning.
And so there were 7 songs we had to pick and rehearse. 7 songs.
That's a lot. And that week, you came back to Nashville.
Yes.
Did your hometown thing. Yep. And what was that like for you?
Yeah, that was huge. That was the moment that it really locked in for me, that people actually did care. They believed in me.
Yeah.
And because the numbers and stuff throughout the season, it's like, who is voting for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at how videos are doing and all these things, and I'm like, who in the world is voting for me? And when I got back home, I was like, oh, it's all of y'all.
And what's crazy? This is what's crazy. Shout out to American Idol for just having a good, reputable show.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, what people don't know about Nashville is flooded with artists and music. Yeah. So a lot of times there's so much. Everybody got a concert. Everybody doing something here.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people don't come out to stuff because there's so much music to choose from. But bro, I went to the thing. Nashville really showed up for you, in Murfreesboro in particular.
Yeah.
They really showed up. That had to feel like amazing. And then so you're on this whirlwind tour.
Yeah.
You come home, you go back there.
Yeah.
You're rehearsing with Tori, Alicia. What was that like?
She's amazing. Exactly what you think it is. She is stunning as a person.
I bet.
She is just, I was a little nervous walking in because it's like, this is the finale. This is a big moment. And I'm singing a hard song, If I Ain't Got You. And I walk in, as soon as I saw her, she would just like calm my spirit. And I was like, oh, I've been knew you.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this because you can't say this, but I can say this because we being in the audience and watching the whole season, brother, you've turned up the dial on your performances. Where I get to like, okay, well, if he could just get the top 3, we good.
Yeah.
But then I was like, he got to be in the top 2. He got to be in the top. You know what? Yeah. He got to win. That's just where I was at. I was like, I didn't went to all like he got to win because the performance when you were singing on finale night, people may not hear this, but in the audience, the crowd was chanting, Jordan. I mean, it was like they just would not stop. Yeah. And if y'all could see Jordan, I was tell the people, am I loud in the audience on American Idol?
Okay, so this should answer it for you. On stage, we have these in-ears in our ear because that's how we hear the music. As soon as I walked out on stage, I had those in my ears, and I could still hear Calvin yelling from the back of the room. And I was like,
horrible.
Oh,
I was ghetto. I was
gosh.
like, Lionel. I was like, Jordan, you better wear that white.
That white, yeah.
I was that loud family member that was like,
who gave him the mic?
Who? And my voice, the first week I went there, I felt like my voice was everywhere. I was like, I know these white people looking at me like, who is this black ghetto dude? I was so loud. And what's funny, during the finale, some of the other contestants, they had their family, and they was cheering, and I'm cheering, and we both felt like 2 big pit bulls in the backyard about to go. It was so much. I was so dialed in.
That's funny.
And, it was crazy because, I mean, I'll just say this as a friend and as somebody that I just really look up to vocally. I think you just nailed the season. Thank you. Of course, I was thinking that you should win based off of vocal alone, but I was not upset. And it didn't seem like you were upset at all. I'm going to talk about that. Yeah. When they announced Hannah was the winner, bro, you was just so celebratory. You were so celebrative of her. Yeah. Was that something you just made up in your mind to do, or was it just you knew her well and you felt like she deserved it?
Yeah, I definitely feel like she deserved it.
Yeah.
Again, every single week that I made it, I felt like I won. I got more out of this experience than I could have ever hoped for. And so I was so proud of myself. If I could go back and do it again, I wouldn't change anything. I would do it exactly how I did it. And so my hope in that moment was to celebrate Hannah well.
Yeah.
Because I truly, and even celebrating Keela, because I didn't, in a million years, I've been a fan of Keela for years, before she was even on the show. And I was like, ain't no way. Yeah. Ain't no way. I got it over her. And so just honoring her and then being able to celebrate Hannah. Because she's so deserving.
And it's really genuine, y'all. Like, you really do celebrate them really, really well. And I didn't get to meet either one of them. But it just seems like Hannah, she just seems like she's so genuine. It just seems like she just has an amazing heart.
She does.
And I believe that God has really some big things for her. We gonna hear from Hannah Harper. You can take that to the bank.
Yeah.
Now, so it's over. You win. I called you about it because it just seems like it's such a high. I was on a high being in LA, and I didn't even participate in the show. But when I came home, I was like, I felt the crash.
Yeah.
Did you feel any kind of crash from being that high to like, okay, now I gotta.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I didn't think that I did, but looking back, I definitely did. But also in LA, I was in a bubble of this performative, effort that I had something to look forward to each week, and I was doing it. And then as soon as I got back home, and this is another conversation for another day, but as soon as I got back home, I was immediately reminded of the pace that I had set for myself when I was at home, and that was nothing. I didn't have any drive when I was home. I didn't have any motivation. I didn't have anything to look forward to. And so I immediately just shut everything out. I kind of ghosted my followers. I, ghosted everybody. I didn't really talk to anybody. I wasn't upset by any means. But I just went back into my norm. My normal was just sitting in my room and just hanging out and doing it and waiting for rehearsals on Thursday, then going to church on Sunday. Like, that was it. But to leave this life that I was in for months in this bubble, I was like, whoa, it was a drastic difference.
Now, is it overwhelming because is it what do I do next? Or is it more like I got a lot of opportunities that I just don't even know how to execute those. Or
Yeah,
like, what's
a little bit of both.
Okay.
It was a lot that was happening so quickly. I also wanted to take time to process it. Also, you're now like this celebrity of your town, and so I can't even go to the grocery store
Yeah.
without 1,000 people. And so it's just like taking all of this stuff in that I'm so, please hear me say, so grateful for.
Yeah.
Because this is the life that I dreamt of. And so
Yeah.
I'm grateful to have it now. It's just I need my time to handle it well and grab a hold of it. And so I feel like I'm having to play catch up to the opportunity because I think my entire life I just waited for things to happen to me. And God literally put this thing in my lap and has orchestrated it so well. And now he's like, if you really want it, it's here, but you got to go get it.
You got to go get it.
Yeah.
And now that you're going to get it,
Yeah.
what did you feel like the future looks like? Or what does the future look like? Even though I know you got some new things out, but
Yeah.
what's the future look like for you right now?
I think, and I'm so grateful for American Idol giving me the opportunity and the experience to allow myself to step into the artist that is Jordan McCullough, because I counted myself out for so long. Even on the show, you guys saw it, you mentioned it, of just championing other people. And a lot of that comes from my generosity and my heart. Truly, that's where my heart is. But a lot of that, too, is my insecurity of just not believing in myself enough. And so I think I'm so grateful for American Idol to give me that opportunity to just push me. I needed that push each week. It's like, well, this is the song, this is the challenge, you have to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all I needed. And so now I'm really, really excited to see who this Jordan McCullough is as an artist. And yeah.
Well, it's happening in real time. It's
Yeah.
so funny because the journey did not end on American Idol. And people that are watching, like y'all, I'm just going to tell y'all, in behind the scenes and watching Jordan's life, the way the little things are just coming together, it's just like you just know that God is with you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even your new song, tell us about your new single.
Yeah.
Give us the details of what you can about the song.
Yeah.
You know, because by this time it airs, it should be out.
It's just blowing my mind. I had never in a million years thought that I would be sitting here having a conversation about my single.
Come on, my
Oh
single.
my God. That's
And the name of
it. The name of it is See Me.
Come on.
And it is the perfect song. And shout out to the writers of the song, but it is a beautiful message to myself, to my fans, to the people who love and have watched my journey on American Idol. This is for all of us. This song is, and I'm so excited.
And I'm just going to say this because I had the privilege, y'all, of being in the studio when he recorded his vocal. Jordan, that was such... One, I didn't know if you could do what the demo did because the demo was incredible.
Yeah.
Jordan, it was like the Lord just like, I could see him breathing on you. And all I kept saying in the studio was, I think I'm really watching history being made.
Yeah.
You know, and however God wants to use that, that's on God, you know. But like, you're continually trusting God for the next step. Like, what's my next right move? I always say, ask the Lord for your next right move. And you're just kind of showing up. You're doing what you need to do. You're not being overwhelmed by the future, but it seems like you're just like, what's my next right move? And I'm just continue to show up even in your fears. You know, I mean, it's performances, it's photo shoots, it's like all the things just kind of happen at once. Does it make you excited, or is there still some trepidation? Is there?
Yeah, it's very exciting, but it is also that trust factor of, I believe that the Lord gave me this grand opportunity, which was American Idol. And I don't think that he gave it to me just to embarrass me on the back end, to expect people to be like, well, what's going to happen with Jordan? Or that's exactly why he came in second, because look, nothing happened. I just don't believe that my God would set me up to embarrass me. He's not a God of embarrassment. And so everything that has happened since the show, the final or the finale aired, has been nothing but God. It's like all these choices have, fallen in front of me. And then it's like, I don't even have to choose. He's made them just happen.
Now, real quick, what would you leave before we get ready to wrap it up? What would you want to leave to someone that's watching that say, I can never do that? What would you tell them?
Yeah.
in that scenario.
Yeah, that was me. It really was. I felt like I could never do that. Honestly, I wasn't a self-motivator when it came to do with anything with myself. I could encourage and motivate other people to do and chase their dreams, but you keep sitting in that for a little bit, and I promise you, God is going to push you out just like any father would. He is going to push you out of the nest and make you go do exactly what he's called you to do. And once you get the glimpse, all I needed was a glimpse of it. All I needed was a glimpse of God's favor and to know that he was with me. And once I got that, I was like, I got you. I got you, God, for real.
Yeah.
I got you, and I got it from here.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue leaning into you, continue guiding my steps. But this has been the most fulfilling promise that I've ever received from the Lord, and I'm so grateful that he trusts me with the opportunity to steward it.
And the last question that I asked, because y'all, we're going to have a special performance from Jordan.
Oh.
But what does make-believe mean to you after
Yeah.
everything you've been through? What does make-believe mean for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, no one was in the room with me in my hotel each week from week after week on this show, but every single time I hit that door to walk out into the hallway, to go get on the van, to go to the studio, I would say to myself, I'm going to make it and I'm going to be okay. And I really believed that. And that was the first time in my life where I felt like I manifested something to come into fruition with God's power and his alignment. And I believed it.
You believed?
I believed it. I really did.
You believed
and
it?
Now that I have the activity of belief, I'm like, oh, I'm unstoppable. Because I'm going to start believing for everything.
Yeah.
And so for Make Believe, I'm so grateful for this platform. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for what this means and what it stands for. Because,
Well, thank you for being here. But I got to tell you this. This is official. This is nothing, no special one. I got no special money to give you. But you are the Make Believe Artist of the Month.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Because you really embody what this platform is about. Like, you transform your dreams into reality because of your belief.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you're like the model person. Those were dreams, but now you're walking in like a reality.
Yeah.
But like I said, you don't get what you want because you want it. You get what you believe is possible. And every week you started to believe, I can do this.
Yeah.
Jordan, thank you for being on Make Believe, the inaugural first guest of Make Believe. I'm Calvin Nowell. Thank you for watching, tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Come on.